Uh-oh. It's just here for tires. Just kidding. How you doing? Thanks for tuning in. I'm glad you're here. We're getting this place open up. We're going to spend a day in the shop fixing cars and reducing our stress levels. It's going to be a good day. Beautiful morning, a little bit warm. A little bit warm out this morning, a little muggy, but not terrible. I think it's supposed to still be in the low 90s, which isn't that bad for Central Florida. Oh, there's a bunny visiting the project truck. By the time I get over there, it'll be gone. Anyway, so we're headed in the right direction. That's good. I can work on the project truck. If you order parts through the shop you work at, they have to pay taxes on the parts because they didn't resell them. So someone has to pay those taxes. So that's 7% right there. And then there's bookkeeping and things. So I kind of understand that, but I rarely ever order things through the shop anyway, just because I know what it does with that, with the paperwork and stuff. I've had my own shop for short periods of time here and there. Anyway, everything's going to be okay. I always land on my feet, no matter what. I thought he was here to fire me yesterday, but he said he watches my videos in his shower, which I don't really want that picture in my head, but it is there now, and it's there for you. So let's go ahead and finish opening the shop up, see what we can do to get things started, and learn things and have fun. What do you say? It's going to be a good day, except the Nissan Pathfinder is also back too. Battery light came on. So stay tuned. Well, isn't that a sight for sore eyes? About to get nasty up in here. It looks familiar, doesn't it? You got the special chocks up there to get high enough to get the lift under it. It's a very traumatic experience, so I didn't film it. I apologize. Tires are already losing air left front and right rear, like I told him. I said if he doesn't do the tires, it's gonna have flat tires in a week. So here we are doing the tires. He also said go ahead and do the tie rod ends. That's what we're gonna do. Don't mind that fender. It's the beauty of having a lowrider. Not sure if you can see that yet, but it lets the wheel move about 2 degrees. Trying to get one of these tires mounted. Oh boy, that's fun. Our tire machine is, when you have an inexpensive tire machine like this, it makes the tires way harder to do when they have any kind of low profile. I'll show you what's happening. I was going to mount a couple tires and then show you the last couple, so I had it figured out. But it's not going well. I got about 40 minutes and I'm trying to get this off the wheel. That's the first time. So when I push this and try to pull the rubber over, it lifts the shoe up because the clutch in here is not holding steady. So I pull this down, release it, try to push it back down, lock it, and it just pushes it back up again. So it's going to be entertaining if nothing else. I also want to pull these out and check the condition of the wheel around the TPMS sensor and the rubber gasket that goes in there. The wheel bead looks okay, better than I thought, but we'll get a better idea once the tire is completely off. Not sure how long it'll take. It's like 8:45, and I've been messing with it since 10 after 8. So, but don't worry, we'll get it figured out, and I'll show you how we did it. Maybe taking them somewhere else to have them mounted. So probably won't be as bad as I'm thinking it is. But we'll see. This wheel really needs a little bit of wire brush action. I might do that too. First I gotta get the tire off. Our tire machine won't do it. So we're taking them to a place with a really good tire machine. Jason and I worked on the one rear tire that was on the machine earlier. It's on the bottom here. And we got it to start flexing over the wheel and the sidewall started cracking. And then the machine wouldn't turn. So we'll see. I told them to pay really good attention to the valve stem, to the TPMS sensor. Same thing, I guess. And I'm also going to take all my center caps out so I know I don't have to worry about losing those. And we got some tie rod ends on the way.
He was asking me if the front's the same as the rear. I'm not sure why that matters. Just order them for the rear and be done with it. We'll see what happens with those. Hey man, Omar Jr. takes after Omar Sr. He loves that blowgun. AC check. 2017 Kia. I think it's a Sportage or something like that. They said the AC works great when you're going down the road, but not so great when you come to a stop. So, we tend to go towards fans, but we'll have to check it out and see. 211,000 miles. Looks like the original engine too. Someone changed the logo from Ford to Kia or something. I don't know. All right, let's take a look. 201 558, not 211. It's gonna get a love rating of 5. Looks pretty decent in here. We're gonna get the AC machine on it. Joe's using it though. We got to get it on, check for pressures and stuff. I'm sure the pressures will probably be good, but we'll have to see. You know what I can do? Run it with the AC on, see if the fan works while I'm waiting for the machine. Let's do that. It's already hot because she's just got here and she's waiting, so that it's not like I'm gonna keep from getting burned. Too late, you're gonna get burned. Tough. Ooh, it's cold. Not on the right side. Left side's nice and cold. Right side, not so much. That's usually a low refrigerant indicator. Let's go see if the fans are running. Alright, we might have gotten bad intel. Oh, after closer inspection, it's 1234YF. So, it's got a new compressor on it too. I saw in the notes, customer says, we replaced the compressor, but it still gets warm when it idles. It might be just like that Corolla I worked on. We had to get a Denso compressor. We'll see. We're going to fire it up, see what the pressures do. It looks like it's low on refrigerant to me. We're going to have to probably do an evac and recharge. I don't see any leaks or dye or anything. Of course, they just worked on it. Maybe they didn't fill it all the way. Kind of have to start from scratch. I'm going to let them know up front and see what they want to do with this thing. Looks like it's just a little low on refrigerant, and this refrigerant is like 25 bucks an ounce. The car holds about 1.1 pounds roughly. So we'll see. Well, it's time to bust out the custom adapters, and since this is mostly 134A, we're going to pull it out of there. I haven't tried these yet since I bought them, but we'll see. Yeah, there is a Schrader valve. I didn't want to put it on there in case there was no Schrader valve in it. But there is. When there's pressure in there, it's hard to get it on because it doesn't have an adjustment like the hoses do. So I'm going to hook up the 134A machine with those adapters, pull what looks like mostly 134A out of it, and then hopefully the machine will let me charge it. The problem's going to be, it doesn't even like what's in these hoses. It's mad about the hoses. It won't even pull the hoses down. So after I pull the refrigerant out, I got to hook it back up and get the hoses emptied into the car, and then hook this back up again to get the rest of it out. It's a process. Mad about the clock still. Something's wrong with this machine. It's going to need a filter soon too. It keeps warning us about that, but we're going to ride it to the end. It's got like 32 pounds more worth of evacuating, and then you're done. So we're going to recover, do not save the service record, connected both hoses. I think it asked me one more question. Do you wish to take a pressure snapshot? Nope. So we'll get this out of here, purge those hoses like I said, hook it up one more time. We should be able to get it full of 1234YF. I think we're going to do the wiper blades, but that's nothing amazing. And then we'll see how it works. This is actually still diag because having it contaminated is not good. While this is recovering, I took the high side hose off, put the high side hose from this machine on, see if it'll pull down these hoses without having to redo everything over and over. Seems like it's working. This machine is not going to be happy about anything other than 1234YF and the hoses. Now this machine says contaminated refrigerant has been removed from the service hoses. I'm going to let this thing finish cooking though and get 100% of it out of everything. And there's going to be some happy people around, I'll tell you that much. Now this machine's happy, I'm letting it do its dance. This machine's getting happy, I'm letting it do what it wants. The cover's complete, see? Everybody's happy around here. Things are going good. So, you know, you guys know if you've seen me use this machine before, it's a process for sure. No joke, it's probably going to take about an hour and 15 minutes or so. Not counting the time I've already spent on it, coming up on 11:30. Let me grab them wiper blades. I'm going to pad this ticket. Making money. Yeah, actually, the wiper blades are really bad. You want to see the back wiper blade? I'll show you. I don't want anyone commenting that I just sell stuff to make money, because wiper blades are big money makers. Look at that wiper blade. That's not good. New one's coming. Once you pull this cap off, you can very gently set your parts down, and this just comes off like that. So you pull this cap off though, it won't let you hinge it up, and the cap just snaps off. It's got a couple little teeth in it. Just for those who might not know, I want to change their own wiper blade. Now the vacuum leak test is done. It's going to do another one. That one I was just doing the initial vacuum to make sure. I forgot that it's going to do it for you no matter what anyway, so it's doing it again. It's alright. It's only 5 or 10 minutes. Then it'll, if you haven't seen other videos where I use this contraption, it's been a little while. It'll put some refrigerant in, about, I forget if it's 3/10 or a half a pound. It will wait and see how much it degrades. It'll pull it back out and measure it. And if everything passes the vacuum and the pressure test, then it'll let you have refrigerant. Alright, it's all happy. Wants me to disconnect the high side service hose, but I'm not gonna. I'm gonna run it and see what the pressures look like first. It's a little bit high. Looks like it's trying to find itself. Oh, it's pretty cold. We'll give it a minute. Then I'll disconnect the high side hose, and it'll probably use the top off the other side. That's called equalizing the hoses. This is high because it's trying to make them both the same. It'll pull the high side down, or whatever the low side pressure is. We'll get to see if this thing works good. Well, it was cold for a minute. Now the high side started going up, which is not good. Apparently that's why you replaced the compressor. 142 on. I'm gonna have to get my little test tool, plug it into this car like we did with the Toyota, and see if we can run the compressor up more or not. The more you turn the compressor on, the more pressure variation you should see from low to high, and the less the compressor runs, the closer the numbers will be. Alright, I'm plugged down at the compressor, plugged into the dash control the same way I did on that little Toyota a couple weeks ago. We're going to run this thing ourselves, see what these pressures do. Almost here getting his box now, so we'll have some room. I'm not doing that, that's the car. The car's like cutting it up. Oop, 0. The car must have shut it off. Let's do this. Yep, the car shut it off. Let's go like this. Manual mode. Well, that's interesting. That's maxed out. So something's going on with that compressor. That was easy. First we had to fill it to make sure there wasn't something else going on, and sure enough there is something else going on. Alright, let me let them know. Just as I turned to go up and tell them, all of a sudden it started working again. Very strange. Now it's the car doing it. And intermittently it just goes higher. Very odd. It's not coming down. Go back to car. 100%. It's not coming down. Okay, got that compressor, but it works intermittently. That is a big old toolbox. That's pretty funny. You get more information every day. All right, same code, cleared the code doesn't come back. So we got it running. 12-volt batteries at 14.3, 4 amps. Cooling fan 0.10, whatever that means. 102 degrees. High voltage battery voltage. High voltage battery current. DC to DC indicated voltage. Pretty close, within a half a volt. High voltage battery temp. High voltage charge power, discharge power. Sensor power supply. I'm gonna let it run. It's really hot because it was in a parking lot. I just got back from lunch. The Kia is gonna take it and put another compressor on himself, I'm supposing, because it wasn't here when I got back. Man, it's working good. Air's nice and cold. I'm still concerned that the idle's a little high. If you saw the previous couple of videos on this comeback car, this has got demons, and everything I've tested tests good, but intermittently it stops charging the 12-volt battery and puts the battery light on. So we put a used DC-DC converter in it, which is basically the hybrid alternator, solid state alternator, no moving parts. And then we tested the 12-volt battery, and all of a sudden it tested bad. It may have been that it was discharged so many times that the 12-volt battery went bad. I put a new one in and it was fantastic. We put quite a bit of effort into driving it, testing it. I let it run for an hour and a half. Then we drove it a couple of times and it was perfect. Customer went about 10-15 miles, bink, the light came on. I got it in the parking lot. It still has the key fob issue. You have to push the button with the key. It started up and drove in with the light on. I cleared the code. Here we are. You're all caught up. Man, it's good stuff. Been an interesting day. I'm going to watch those data PIDs really closely. If I see something pop up that's kind of weird, I'll certainly show you. It's another one of those cars with weird demons. They don't give them to the other guys because they're really, it'd be way over their heads. They wouldn't figure it out and they'd have comebacks. Oh, wait a second, that's what happened. See if there's an update maybe for any of the high voltage modules or any of that kind of stuff. Not really much else I can do. I've tested all the wiring circuits, all the continuity is good. There's no broken wires or anything like that, so it's nothing that simple. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we have a solution to our problem. Rear blower motor. In the flow chart it says make sure all the ducts are clear, check temperatures. All my temperatures never went up, but there is not a temperature data PID for DC to DC converter. The data PID I was using is for the battery, which is cooled by the same ducts, but apparently the converter heats up way faster than the battery, I guess. So my battery light came on and I cleared it, and it would take a few minutes, it would come back on. And I cleared it, it would take a few minutes. It was a pattern. So when the battery light came on, I cleared it, came back here, the motor was not running. I hit it and the motor turned on. So this thing needs a rear blower motor. Rear HVAC blower motor. It's also for the air conditioning. And now we know. The blower motor causes a DC to DC converter code. And I knew that temperature could be an issue, but checking all the ducts, all those kinds of things resulted in no problems. And the motor was working. Every time I came back here messing with stuff, the motor was working. Except for just now when I hit it. So it must, typical electric motor, works intermittently like a starter or any blower motor. Alright, all we gotta do now is get a part, and this one will be fixed. I learned a lot. I hope you did too. Maybe you won't have to spend 8 or 10 hours on a car figuring something like that out. They should have a sensor for the motor, I guess, or be able to tell you the rear blower doesn't work, or no rear air, or something. It is for the rear AC, it's not just for the battery. Got to take the bolt out holds this up on the pedestal. Take this brace out of here. Then we can get our blower motor out of here. They didn't say one was on the way yet, but if you're out of your comfort zone, you work uncomfortably, right? When they said check all the ducts and stuff and make sure everything's clear, I should have put that together, but I haven't really been in the right frame of mind the past few months. It turns nice and all, just intermittently, doesn't start itself. Now I need an ambulance. Thank goodness there's one coming. Oh, no, that's a police car. I was helping Jace diagnose the transmission. I spot a couple of boxes on the lift out here. Maybe my outer tire ends are here. Oh my goodness, what a day. It's been quite a day. Interesting times, man. Alright, let's try it the other way. All the weird stuff, we're getting nothing normal. I was going to say, if you wouldn't turn to let the nut off and then you're stuck in the spindle, that would be bad. Oh, you know what, I should open the box and look. Can't assume the parts are right just because it says original grade. They're not right. Could have bet you money. Someone needs to get fired. It's fitting the rain up in here. So I'm gonna bring my cart and you guys back inside and bring up the parts that aren't right. We do what we gotta do in this business. Put it back together. Part won't be here for a week. They don't have them in stock because it's an old car. Tires are done though. And man, they look pretty. So we'll throw some tires on it. Throw this back in and get it off the lift. And then we'll worry about nursing it back on the lift again next week. It's alright. I don't mind doing it twice. It's only money, man. It's only money. Don't let it control your life. It's not that big of a deal. It is raining on and off out here. But that's alright too. I don't mind getting wet. Happens in the shower twice a week anyway. Call that torqued enough for driving it out to the grass so we can use the lift if we need it. I'm sure we're going to have some classics or monster trucks that need to be lifted out here, and I just don't want to see it on the lift again for weeks. I want to pull it off the lift just for that reason. I'm going to give him his sweet Corvette valve stem caps. Plastic downgrade for myself in case I see a customer's car missing them. I keep a few of them around for that. Well, I didn't get the tire labor. Well, I got Fast and Furious, bro. I gotta find my nuts. I'm missing 2 nuts. What a day. Interesting day. You gotta have it at the perfect height so the arms will clear the ramps and the rocker. Now I can let it down the rest of the way and put the rear arms out. Cool. Alright guys, that's another interesting day in the books. The blower motor for this is only available from the dealer and it's $550. Tie rod ends for the Corvette I mentioned are coming next week, so I put it all back together. didn't really get anything done today except that one that he didn't want to fix. I took the wheels off the Corvette and put them back on. Someone else mounted them. Took the tie rod ends off the Corvette, put them back on. They come in next week, so it's ready to back off the lift if we need the lift. I hope there's some reason, who knows why, to torque the like button before you leave. Subscribe if you haven't yet. Check out the Amazon store. Your support is greatly appreciated. More than anything, I hope I see you in another video, because you're awesome.